Listen up. Before you can be great, you got to see great. Before you can hold victory, you got to speak victory. Champions don't wait for the world to recognize them. They tell the world who they are. Some say stay quiet, stay humble. I say shout your dreams so loud that even the universe has no choice but to listen. The weak wait for permission. The strong step forward and take IT. You want to be the best. Then tell them. Tell them before you even start. Because when you declare your destiny, you chain yourself to greatness, no escape, no excuses, no retreat. See, a champion ain't made in the spotlight. A champion is made in the dark when nobody's watching, when nobody believes. That's when you speak the loudest, when the doubt creeps in, when the struggle gets tough, when your legs get weak. That's when you look in the mirror and say, I will make it. I will be the greatest. I will leave a legacy that echoes through time. A legacy is built with every step, every punch, every sacrifice. It's not what you do once, it's what you do daily. You want to be remembered? Then stop living like everybody else. Dream different. Walk different. Talk different. See greatness before you become it. Before a champion is crowned, before a legacy is written, before the world ever sees your success, you have to see it first. Greatness starts in the mind before it shows up in reality. If you can't see yourself winning, you'll never hold the trophy. If you can't visualize yourself standing on top, you'll never climb the mountain. Every legend, every champion, every icon saw themselves as great long before anyone else did. They walked with purpose, talked with confidence, and carried themselves like the world was already theirs even when they had nothing. When you close your eyes at night, do you see the dream? Do you feel the moment? Do you hear the crowd chanting your name? If you can't picture it, how do you catch or live it? You don't wait for proof. You don't wait for validation. You don't wait for someone else to tell you it's possible. You decide right now before the first punch is thrown, before the first step is taken, before the first battle is fought, I am great. Because once you see it, once you believe it, once you declare it, the universe has no choice but to make room for you. So stop doubting. Stop hesitating. Stop looking for permission. Look in the mirror and see the champion staring back at you. See the legacy before it's written. See the greatness before you become it. Because if you can see it, you can be it. Speak your dreams into reality. Words have power. Before anything exists, it is first spoken. Before a champion is crowned, before a dynasty is built, before a legend is made, it starts with a declaration. If you want to achieve something great, don't just dream it. I say IT. Say it so loud the world has no choice but to listen. Say it so often that even your own doubts stop believing it. Speak it with such conviction that the universe starts moving things in your favor. See, most people keep their dreams quiet. They whisper their goals. They're afraid of looking foolish, afraid of failing, afraid of what others might think. But a true champion has no fear of speaking their future into existence. They tell the world who they are before they even arrive. When you speak your dreams, you are making a contract with yourself. You are holding yourself accountable to greatness. You are setting a standard that you can't back away from. You are telling your mind, your body, and your soul, this is who I am, this is what I will be, and nothing can stop me. And when the world hears you, when people start to doubt you, when the critics laugh at you, good. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Because when you finally make it, when you rise, when you conquer, when you stand victorious, the same voices that mocked you will be the ones shouting your name. So don't stay quiet. Don't hold back. Don't be afraid to declare your destiny. Speak your dreams into reality. Say it. Believe it. Live it. Because when you say it enough times, it stops being a dream and starts becoming your truth. Don't wait for recognition. Declare who you are. Too many people sit back waiting for someone to notice them, waiting for permission, waiting for the world to recognize their talent, their strength, their greatness. But let me tell you something, the world doesn't hand out crowns. You take them. A champion doesn't wait for a stage to be built. They step up and make the world their stage. They don't wait for applause before they act like a winner. They act like a winner from day one. They don't wait for someone to call them the greatest. They declare it first, and then they prove it. If you're waiting for someone to validate you, you'll be waiting your whole life. If you're waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough, strong enough, talented enough, you'll never move. You don't need approval. You don't need permission. You need belief. So don't wait for recognition. Declare who you are. Say it with your chest. Say it with fire. Say it so loud that even your future self hears it. When you walk into a room, walk in like you own it. When you go after your goals, attack them like you've already won. When you introduce yourself, don't just give your name, give your purpose. Because here's the truth, people don't follow those who wait. They follow those who lead. They follow those who believe in themselves so fiercely that doubt doesn't stand a chance. They follow those who don't just dream of success, they claim it, they live it, they breathe it. So don't sit back, step up, speak up, show up, be bold enough to say, this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is where I'm going. And when you do that, when you own your greatness before the world sees it, the world won't have a choice but to recognize you. Because champions don't wait to be crowned, they claim their throne. Confidence is not arrogance, it's fuel for success. Some people will tell you to stay humble, to stay quiet, to not be too confident. They'll say you're too full of yourself. They'll call you arrogant because you believe in yourself. But let me tell you something, confidence isn't arrogance, it's the fuel that turns dreams into reality. Confidence is knowing who you are before the world does. It's standing tall even when others try to tear you down. It's walking into every room, every challenge, every fight like you've already won. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you refuse to let doubt control you. See, arrogance is empty. Arrogance is talking without backing it up, but confidence is power. Confidence is preparation. Confidence is stepping up because you've put in the work. You've fought the battles. You've earned the right to believe in yourself. A champion doesn't wait for someone to tell them they're great. They know they're great. They don't need permission. They don't need approval. They've trained. They've sacrificed. They've put in the blood, sweat, and tears. So when they speak boldly, it's not arrogance, it's truth. But here's the secret, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. Every time you push past your limits, every time you keep going when others quit, every time you prove yourself right, despite the doubters, you add to your confidence. It grows, it strengthens, it becomes unstoppable. And when you reach that level, when you believe so deeply in yourself that nothing can shake you, that's when the world moves aside and makes room for your greatness. So don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't apologize for believing in yourself. Stand tall, speak boldly, walk with confidence, because confidence isn't arrogance, it's the key to success. The weak wait for permission, the strong take action. Life doesn't hand out invitations to greatness. No one is going to come knocking on your door telling you it's your time, giving you a golden ticket to success. The weak sit back and wait. The strong step up and take what's theirs. See, the weak look for permission. They ask, is it okay if I chase my dream? Do I have what it takes? Will people support me? They wait for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right approval. But let me tell you something, the right moment is no. The strong don't wait. The strong don't ask. The strong decide. They wake up and say, this is my time. This is my shot. This is my life, and I refuse to let it slip by. You want success. You want to be great. Stop waiting for someone to believe in you, believe in yourself. Stop waiting for someone to open the door, kick it down. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. Start where you are with what you have and make it happen. The weak make excuses. I'm not ready. I need more time. What if I fail? But the strong move forward anyway. They feel the fear. They hear the doubt. They know the risks, but they take action regardless. That's the difference between winning and losing. The weak watch from the sidelines. The strong step into the arena. The weak hesitate. The strong execute. The weak dream. The strong do. So don't sit back. Don't wait. Don't ask for permission to chase what's already yours. Be bold. Be fearless. Take action, because the strong don't wait for opportunities, they create them. Champions are made in the dark, not just in the spotlight. The world sees the glory. The world sees the victory. The world sees the champion standing tall, holding the trophy, soaking in the applause. But what they don't see, what they never see, is the struggle, the sweat, the sacrifices made in the dark. See, a champion isn't made under bright lights. A champion is made in the shadows when nobody's watching. A champion is made in the early mornings when the rest of the world is sleeping. A champion is made in the late nights when exhaustion begs you to quit, but you push through anyway. Success isn't built on performance alone, it's built on preparation, and preparation happens in silence. It happens in the lonely hours when there's no crowd to cheer you on, no cameras to capture the grind, no recognition for the pain you endure. But that's the difference between the average and the elite. The average train when they feel like it. The elite train when nobody's looking. It's easy to show up when the world is watching, but can you show up when there's no audience? Can you push yourself when no one is clapping? Can you stay committed when the results aren't there yet? That's what separates a champion from the rest. Because when the moment comes, when the lights finally hit, when the stage is set, when the world turns its eyes on you, it's too late to prepare. The work had to be done long before. So embrace the dark, love the grind, do the work that no one will ever see, because that's where greatness is forged. That's where champions are born. And when the moment comes, when you step into the spotlight, the world will see what you already knew all along. You were a champion before they ever saw you. Commit to your destiny with no escape, no retreat. A champion doesn't walk into the ring with one foot in and one foot out. A warrior doesn't step onto the battlefield thinking about retreat. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to commit fully, completely, with no escape, no retreat. See, most people want success, but they also want a backup plan. They want to chase their dreams, but they leave the back door open just in case. But let me tell you something, you can't win if you're half in and half out. You can't reach the top if you're still thinking about what happens if you fall. Commitment means burning the boats. It means stepping onto the path and saying, this is it. This is my purpose, my mission, my destiny. There is no turning back. It means closing every door that leads to doubt, to fear, to second guessing yourself. Because the moment you give yourself an option to quit, you've already lost. When things get tough, and they will get tough, you have two choices: push forward or give up. The weak look for an exit, an excuse, a way out. But the strong lock in, dig deep, and fight through, because they know that quitting is not an option. Every champion, every legend, every icon, they committed before they ever succeeded. They made a choice. I will give everything. I will sacrifice. I will struggle. I will fight. And I will win no matter what it takes. That's the mindset you need. No escape, no retreat, no surrender. Because when you commit like that, when you dedicate yourself with everything you have, the universe moves, the obstacles break, the doors open, and you become unstoppable. When struggle comes, that's when you speak the loudest. Everybody wants to talk big when things are easy. Everybody loves to be confident when they're winning. But the real test is when struggle knocks you down, when pain shows up, when the dream looks impossible. That's when most people go quiet. But not you. A champion doesn't go silent in the storm. A champion roars even louder. See, struggle is part of the journey. It's the fire that forges greatness. It's the weight that makes you stronger, the resistance that makes you sharper. And when that struggle comes, when the losses pile up, when the doubts creep in, when the world tells you you can't do it, that's when you speak the loudest. That's when you remind yourself who you are. That's when you stand up and declare, I will not quit. I will not break. I will rise. Because if you go quiet in your hardest moments, you're already defeated. If you let struggle silence you, you've given up before the fight is over. But when you keep speaking, when you keep believing, when you keep declaring victory, even when you can't see it yet, you give yourself power. You give yourself a reason to keep going. You don't wait for success to speak boldly. You speak boldly until success arrives. So when the pain hits, when the road gets rough, when everything inside you wants to stop, don't whisper. Don't doubt. Don't hesitate. Speak up. Speak louder. Speak with the fire of a warrior. Because the greatest victories are won by those who refuse to go silent in the fight. Struggle is the time to roar. Declare victory before it happens, before the bell rings, before the crowd cheers, before the first step of the journey is even taken. Declare your victory. Most people wait for the outcome to prove them right. They wait until they're standing at the top with the trophy in hand, and then they celebrate. But a true champion doesn't wait for success to come. They declare before it even arrives. Declaring victory means more than just saying you'll win. It means owning the outcome before the battle is fought, believing in your triumph before anyone else does. It means telling the world, this is my destiny and there's no other option. You see, it's easy to say, I'll win if everything goes right. It's easy to say, I'll win if I'm lucky. But champions don't leave room for luck. They leave no space for doubt. They decide right now that they will win no matter what happens. When you declare victory, you create the mindset of a winner. You set a standard for yourself that nothing can shake. You stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, how can I make this happen? You stop questioning your abilities and start trusting in your preparation, your heart, and your purpose. This isn't about being arrogant. This isn't about being unrealistic. This is about confidence, about knowing that you've put in the work, that you've faced your challenges, that you've made a promise to yourself that you'll do whatever it takes to succeed. The truth is, victory doesn't just happen on the battlefield. It's won in the mind before you even step foot in the ring. It's declared every day, with every action, with every decision you make. So what's your declaration? Don't wait for it to happen. Declare your victory. Say it out loud. Believe it in your bones. Own your future. Because the greatest victories belong to those who claim them before they're even achieved. A legacy isn't built in one moment, it's built daily. Too many people think that success is a single event, a big win, a breakthrough, a moment when everything changes. But let me tell you something, a legacy isn't built in one grand moment. It's crafted day by day, decision by decision, action by action. A legacy is the sum of every small, consistent effort you make. It's the results of every sacrifice, every hour spent pushing yourself when nobody's watching, every time you chose discipline over comfort, strength over weakness. It's built through the routine, the grind, the moments when the spotlight is nowhere to be found. A champion doesn't wake up one day to find themselves great. They wake up every day, and in every moment they work toward that greatness. They build their legacy through hard work, focus, and a relentless commitment to excellence day in, day out. You can't become a legend by doing something extraordinary once. You become a legend by doing something extraordinary every single day. You show up when you don't feel like it. You push through when you're exhausted. You keep moving forward even when the world doubts you. That's how a legacy is built. People remember the champions who kept going, who kept giving, who kept showing up, not the ones who stumbled at the first sign of difficulty. A real legacy is forged in the trenches. It's about how you respond to adversity, how you rise after each fall, how you continue to fight even when the journey feels long. Greatness isn't an accident, and neither is the legacy you'll leave behind. It's the small, consistent steps that accumulate over time. Every workout, every sacrifice, every moment of self-belief, every time you rise when you could have stayed down. So, don't expect to be remembered for a one-time achievement. You will be remembered for the way you lived, for the way you built your life every single day, brick by brick, hour by hour. A true legacy is built by the daily choices you make. So make each day count. Don't wait for a big moment to change everything. Understand that your legacy is being written right now. Success requires sacrifice and discipline. Success isn't free. It isn't handed to you. It's earned through sacrifice and discipline. Every great achievement, every champion, every moment of greatness, it was all built on a foundation of giving up something today to make way for a better tomorrow. Sacrifice means giving up what's easy for what's necessary. It's choosing the harder road over the comfortable one. It's saying no to distractions, to temptations, to instant gratification, because you know where you're headed. And you know that every choice you make now is a step toward your future. When you commit to success, you're signing up for sacrifices. It might mean giving up time with friends and family to put in extra hours at work. It might mean waking up early while others sleep. It might mean saying no to the things that feel good in the moment so that you can say yes to what truly matters in the long run. But the most powerful thing about sacrifice is this. Every time you give something up today, you make room for something greater tomorrow. Every moment of discomfort, every ounce of effort, every ounce of focus is an investment in your future. Success doesn't come without cost, but it comes with rewards that are worth more than anything you could have gained in the short term. Then there's discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the strength to stay on track when motivation fades. It's the commitment to do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Discipline isn't just about doing what's easy, it's about doing what's necessary, even when it feels hard. Discipline means showing up every single day, even when you're tired, even when you don't see immediate results, even when the world tells you to quit. Discipline is what keeps you going when everything else is telling you to stop. Success isn't built on moments of brilliance. It's built on the small, consistent actions you take day after day, no matter how difficult they might seem. It's about sticking to the plan, staying true to your vision, and continuing to push forward. Even when the results aren't immediate. You can't have success without sacrifice. You can't have success without discipline. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to give up what's comfortable and be disciplined enough to keep going when things get tough. Because in the end, success isn't the reward, it's the result of your commitment to sacrifice and discipline. Be different, think different, walk different, talk different. In a world full of followers, dare to be a leader. In a world full of copies, dare to be an original. To stand out, to rise above the noise, to achieve greatness, you've got to be willing to be different. And that starts with how you think, how you walk, and how you talk. Think different. The way you think is the foundation of everything you do. Most people think small. They think within the limits of what they've been told is possible. But if you want to achieve something that others can't even imagine, you have to break free from the conventional thinking. Stop asking for permission. Stop accepting the limits placed on you. Think bigger. Think beyond the norms. Think like a visionary. When you think differently, you start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to realize that success isn't bound by rules, it's defined by those who are willing to break them. It's not enough to follow the path others have walked. You need to blaze your own trail, and that requires a mindset that refuses to settle. Walk different. Your walk says everything about you. It's how you carry yourself in the face of doubt, how you move through life when others are standing still. The way you walk is a reflection of your inner belief. When you walk different, you exude a confidence and purpose. You don't walk with hesitation, you walk with conviction. You don't just go through the motions, you walk with intention, knowing every step brings you closer to your destiny. Your walk is your declaration to the world. I am not like everyone else. I'm on a mission and nothing will stop me. When you walk differently, people notice. You stand out. You create space for yourself in a crowded room. Because people who are on a different path walk with a different energy, and that energy is magnetic. Talk different. Your words hold power. Most people repeat what they've been taught, what they've heard, what they've seen. But if you want to be different, you've got to speak differently. Speak with conviction. Speak with purpose. Speak like you've already won the battle, like you've already reached the top, like your success is inevitable. Talk about the things others are too scared to mention. Speak your dreams into existence. Speak your vision, your mission, your purpose. When you talk different, you inspire, you lead, you challenge the status quo. Your words become weapons, tools for change, for transformation, for making an impact. You become the voice that others listen to, the one that calls people to rise higher. Being different isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's about changing your mindset, your energy, your attitude. It's about having the courage to stand out when everyone else is trying to fit in. When you think differently, walk differently, and talk differently, you not only set yourself apart, you set yourself on a path that others can only dream of. So be different. Think bigger, walk taller, and talk with purpose, because greatness isn't found in blending and is found in standing out. And when you dare to be different, the world won't just notice you, they'll be inspired by you. The world owes you nothing, you must take your future. We live in a world where it's easy to believe that success should come to us, where we think if we work hard enough, if we put in our time, the universe will reward us. But let me make one thing crystal clear. The world owes you nothing. The world doesn't owe you success. It doesn't owe you recognition. It doesn't owe you an easy road or a handout. The world doesn't care about your dreams. It's up to you to fight for them. If you're waiting for someone to give you permission to chase your goals, if you're hoping for someone to recognize your potential before you prove it, you're going to be waiting forever. Success doesn't just come to those who deserve it. Success comes to those who take it. To take your future, you have to first understand that nobody is going to hand you the keys to your destiny. You've got to go out and seize it. You've got to be willing to fight for it, to earn it every single day. Every step forward is a battle. Every moment is an opportunity. And every decision you make is a chance to carve out your future. This doesn't mean the world is against you. It just means you need to stop waiting for circumstances to align in your favor. Or you're going to sit back and hope for a break. Go out and create it. The world will never give you what you think you deserve. It only gives you what you're willing to work for. You want to build something meaningful? Take it. You want to change your life? Take it. You want to leave a legacy? Take it. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to give you permission. And no one is going to make your dreams come true for you. You have to take charge of your future yourself. This isn't about entitlement. This is about ownership. Ownership over your actions, ownership over your choices, and ownership over your destiny. The world may not owe you a thing, but you owe it to yourself to never give up on your future. So stop waiting for the perfect moment, stop looking for validation, and stop hoping for an easy road. The world doesn't owe you success, it's yours to take. Go out and claim what's rightfully yours. Build the future you want with your own hands and make it happen, because the only thing the world owes you is the opportunity to prove yourself. And if you want to be great, you don't wait for an invitation, you take what's yours. Live like you'll be remembered forever. Most people live their lives as though they have all the time in the world, taking days, weeks, and even years for granted. They get caught up in the routines, the small distractions, the someday mentality. But the truth is, life is short and time doesn't wait for anyone. So if you want to leave a mark on this world, you have to live like you'll be remembered forever. Living like you'll be remembered forever means living with purpose, passion, and intent. It means making every day count. If you knew your legacy would be defined by the actions you take right now, how would you live? What would you do differently? What kind of impact would you make? Imagine if every conversation, every decision, every challenge you face was recorded, not just in your mind, but in the hearts of everyone you encounter. How would you treat others? How would you approach your work? How would you handle adversity? Living with this kind of awareness drives you to be better, to act with integrity, and to leave a positive influence on the people around you. It's about being present in the moment, understanding that your actions today are shaping the memories of tomorrow. When you live like you'll be remembered forever, you start to make choices that matter not just for you, but for the world you leave behind. It also means living with no regrets. You won't have time to look back and wonder what if, because you'll be too busy taking bold steps toward the life you're meant to create. You won't hold back. You won't wait for the right time. You'll act. You'll speak your truth. You'll follow your dreams with the knowledge that every day is precious. Living like you'll be remembered forever doesn't just mean leaving a legacy of success or fame. It's about the way you treat people, the kindness you show, the courage you display in the face of challenges. It's about the way you inspire others by being true to yourself and chasing your purpose relentlessly. Think about the people who have truly impacted your life. What do they stand for? What values did they hold? What did they do that left a lasting impression on you? Now, imagine you could be that person for someone else. That's the power of living like you'll be remembered forever. So every time you wake up, ask yourself, how can I make today count? What impact can I make? How can I live in a way that will leave a positive mark on this world? When you live with the intention of being remembered, you stop settling for mediocrity. You stop playing small. You start living boldly, living with purpose, and living with the kind of legacy that outlives you. Live as though your story will be told for generations to come, because in the end, it's not about what you have, but about what you leave behind. The greatest don't wait for history, they make history. History is not something that simply happens to you. It's something you create. Most people wait for the right moment, the right circumstances, or the right opportunity to make their mark. They think that greatness is something that happens to certain people at certain times. But the greatest don't wait for history to find them. They go out and make history themselves. Making history is about taking control of your own narrative. It's about realizing that you have the power to shape the world around you, to change the course of events, and to leave your imprint on the future. The greatest don't sit back and watch the world unfold. They stand up, they take action, and they create the moments that others will look back on as defining moments in time. Think about the icons, the trailblazers, the game changers, the people who shaped the world we live in today. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for a perfect time or a guaranteed outcome. They made bold choices, took massive risks, and faced uncertainty with relentless confidence. They understood that greatness doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who decide to take action and create their own greatness. To make history, you have to be willing to break away from the ordinary, to stand out when everyone else is blending in, and to push boundaries that others are too afraid to cross. History is made by those who refuse to be average, by those who see the status quo and say, "This isn't enough. I can do more. I will do more." The greatest don't just react to what's happening, they create the moments that shape what happens. They are the ones who take chances, defy the odds, and do things no one else thought possible. And when they do, they change the game for everyone. They don't wait for history to come to them, they grab hold of it and make it theirs. This means being proactive. It means seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. It means having the courage to step into the unknown, to fail, to fall, and to get back up again, not waiting for someone else to tell you when it's your time, but deciding for yourself that now though is the time to make a difference. The world will always have people who wait for success to find them, who wait for recognition, who wait for the stars to align. But the greatest don't wait. They hustle, they create, they innovate. They make history with every move, every decision, and every action. So if you want to be remembered as great, you have to stop waiting for history to come to you. You have to go out and make it yourself. You have to decide today that you will not be just a passenger in life, you will be the driver of your own destiny. The greatest don't wait for history. They make it. And so can you. As you walk away from this moment, remember this: your future isn't some distant dream. It's being shaped right now in the choices you make and the actions you take. You have everything within you to rise above, to push past your limits, and to create a life that not only impacts your world, but leaves a legacy that echoes through time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Make today the moment that defines your future. Be bold, be relentless, be the one who makes history, not the one who waits for it. The world is waiting for you to show up, so go out and show them what you're made of. Your greatness is not a question, it's a promise. Now, go make it happen.